All she did was drink a cup of coffee. But that was enough to draw sneers from a room full of white men. The next morning, she found a water bottle on her desk, labeled for black use only. But that was just the beginning. Even using the bathroom became a daily battle. The only restrooms available were for white employees. If she needed to go, she had to throw on heels and sprint 800 meters to the colored building. By the time she returned, she'd already lost 30 minutes of work. That meant staying late, sometimes hours, just to catch up. One night, after triple-checking every number, she handed in her calculations to the boss. He didn't even glance at them, just tossed them in the trash. "Data changes too fast," he muttered. "All this is useless now." The next day, a white colleague gave her a new data sheet, but most of the numbers were blacked out. "Just for show," he laughed. "Don't get ahead of yourself." She said nothing. Instead, she held the paper up to the light. Bit by bit, she made out the hidden numbers. Then, in front of a massive blackboard, she spent 3 non-stop hours writing equations. With just scraps of data, she mapped out the rocket's launch trajectory flawlessly. Her co-workers stood frozen. They couldn't believe it. She was called into the boss's office. She thought he'd congratulate her. Instead, she was interrogated. "This data's classified," they said. "Are you working for another country?" Shocked and insulted, she calmly explained. The light revealed everything they'd tried to hide. The boss tested it himself. He saw the truth. And for the first time, he recognized her genius. He put her in charge of all orbital calculations, and banned anyone from ever censoring her data again. It was the first time she felt respected. She worked even harder from that day on. But one thing didn't change. The bathroom. Even in pouring rain, she still had to run across campus. She returned to her desk soaked through. Her boss looked up and snapped. "Where have you been? Everyone else is working non-stop. And you're gone for 30 minutes? That was it." She stood up and yelled at the top of her lungs.